The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Now Purdy.
That's caught by Jennings. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Here we go, son.
Fields.
Is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now Herbert.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll run. It's Herbert.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Fields now to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket.
They'll set up the screen to Herbert. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the third team now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
He'll buy some time right. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy.
And this is caught. Jennings. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Purdy from the gun.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they're currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Jones. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Man open, here is Jones.
Down the right sideline, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Fields.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. His first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Purdy.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Purdy sets up to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Purdy looking to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Being chased out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They snap it to Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Foreman. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back, because he's holding things up and taking out extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's 1st down. Throwing, Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Purdy to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it